Let's get started!
Okay guys, over here.
What's this about, clever comrade?
I'm going to show the viewers how we make our videos.
What?
Now go say hi to them.
Hello, viewers. It's me, all for one, the hottest man alive.
Okay little person, say hi to the viewers.
She fell asleep.
Miss Mindlayer, say hello.
What?
Okay, that's enough. Time to show the viewers how we do animation. Okay, so there's no new MHA manga chapter this week to rant about. But since this channel's just recently reached 800 subs, and there's some people over here who commented on our clickbait video that we should make a video on how we make our videos. We have decided that for this video we'll be showing how we make our videos. So yeah, this is technically gonna be our 800 sub special. Hooray. Okay, now to the main event. So this video's gonna be split into 3 parts. How we make the backgrounds, how we make the intro and outro skits, and how we make the general content. Of course, let's go start with the background first. As for the animated background, we start by firing up a drawing software. In our case, the free version of Autodesk Sketchbook.
Gratis. That's free, bro.
Once in, we tweak the canvas to make it extremely wide. And now with the wide canvas, we then start drawing some random patterns and some shit onto it. And then we make another canvas to make more patterns. And so on. And so forth. And finally, we save those patterns as PNG files with no backgrounds. Next, we close the sketchbook application and fire up a movie editing software. In our case, Hit Film Express version 15.2, not the latest version because we're too lazy to update. By the way, Hit Film Express is also free, just like Autodesk Sketchbook.
All gratis. That's free, bro. What do you think?
Anyways. Once in, we make a new project with a 1080p resolution. Next, we then import the drawn PNG patterns. And then place them on the timeline, overlapping with each other over multiple layers. Next, we give the pattern some light movement. This is the main reason why the drawn patterns are required to be wide, so they can be moved like this. We repeat this step until all the layers have movement in them. Once everything is moving, we give them varying opacity levels. And then after this, we stand back and look at the background as a whole, and just tweak the movements, layers, and opacity levels, until they look good enough. And once everything is good enough, we export the entire thing. And there you have it, the background. Okay, now that the background is done, let's move on to the intro and outro skits. So as for the skits, you may have noticed at this point that our skit animations, and our animations in general, are of significantly lower frame rate than the animated background. This is because everything is just made in good old-fashioned stop-motion animation. And as for the special program we use to accomplish this, no, we don't use any special software for this. We are just using Hit Film Express version 15.2.
That's free, bro.
So anyways, this is how we animate the skits. First, of course, we plan out what the skit's gonna be. And once that is done, we import all the important stuff, mostly just PNG images. Next, we place the background in the table down. This table is the most important part of the skits. It increases the overall height of the scene and is also a convenient empty spot to put subtitles in. Next, it's onto the characters. As for character animation, it more or less just simply goes like this. We cut the image. And then we move the image a little. And then move forward 2 frames. And then we cut the image again. And then we move the image a little again. And then move forward 2 frames again. And repeat. And repeat. And so on. And so forth. So yeah, like I said, it's just good old-fashioned stop motion animation. Also, of course, we do have to keep in mind the quotes the characters are saying and animate them accordingly. And if we want to add more characters, we simply add another layer with the character we want to animate. And then start the process of cutting, moving images, and going forward 2 frames all over again. Sometimes we add extra stuff to a particular character, like little person's stubby little hands and Deadline's eyes. These require yet more layers with yet more stop motion animations that should go in line with the character they're attached to. And last but not least, Miss Mindlayer. Miss Mindlayer is the hardest character to animate. Not only she requires an extra layer of stop motion animation for her eyes by default, but every time she's part of a skit requires the little person be there too, because that's just how we do things. Additionally, Miss Mindlayer and little person should always interact with each other. This means that on top of animating the both of them, but both of their animations should sync with each other, adding a significant layer of animation difficulty. Furthermore, Miss Mindlayer's quotes are fully animated unlike the others. This means even more f***ing animation and effort. Anyways, once we are done animating the entire skit, we put shadows on them to make them fancier, before exporting it. Afterwards we make yet another animation skit with the same process to act as the outro. So yeah. As a whole, the more characters present in a skit, the more time to make, and the more layers required. The intro skit in this video alone took more than 6 hours to make, in which the timeline already looked like this by the end, a giant f***ing mess of cut images. Okay, now that we are done showing how we make the animations for the intro and outro skits, let's move on to the final part, the general content. In making the general content, of course we get the script ready first. And once done we pop that shit straight into a text-to-speech converter, because we are broke losers who can't even afford a decent mic. Anyways, jokes aside that aren't really jokes. The general content is pretty much made in the same stop motion animation just like how we did the character animations. But compared to the intro and outro animation skits, the general content is significantly faster and easier to animate since they have way less layers and are pretty much just PNG images and text being presented on screen in line with whatever the hell the script is saying. And no, we will not tell you guys our super secret script making techniques because of very secret reasons. Anyways, once the animations are done, we add the shadows, and then finally export it as a video file. And as for the actual video itself, we just assemble everything together we've done so far. With the DJ intro up front, followed next by the intro skit, and then the general content, and then the outro skit, and then we put the subtitles, music, various sound effects, and then slap on the watermark. And there you have it, a video. Hooray. Okay, I'm done.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. I just showed the viewers how we make our videos.
What a waste of my time.
What are you even doing before I called you here anyways?
Mario Kart. Check this out, clever comrade. What are you thinking?
Deadline, how the f*** are you stomping everyone while driving in f***ing reverse?
You should have been here. You should have fucking seen them fall. All of them. It was fucking epic.
I knew it. My instincts are as sharp as ever.
Hey Deadline, give me the second controller and erase you.
Bring it on.